A Maryland business that has been in the state for 50 years may be packing its bags and heading elsewhere. Spotlight on Maryland's Gary Collins talked to one of the company's leaders about its future.
We tried to put up a fight and do what we could, but at the end it didn't matter.
Our relentless, ongoing investigation into the aftermath of Maryland's historic $1.6 billion tax and fee hike to balance the state's prior $3.3 billion deficit that ballooned under Maryland Governor Wes Moore's administration took our team on Wednesday to a Laurel business.
My name is Brett Stelfox. I'm the Executive Operations Manager at Golden Eagle Coins.
After the Maryland General Assembly passed and Governor Moore signed a new 6% sales tax on bullion or gold or silver coins effective July 1st, Stelfox says impacts have been immediate.
I think our sales in July, once they did the tax, has dropped about 80%. And we've actually had some customers that have said bye, like, hey, we're going to drive to Delaware, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, whoever they're closest to, because none of the neighboring states are charging sales tax for bullion.
I mean, what's that impact been?
We've actually been all over the place, just trying to come up with some game plans. We're looking at, basically some neighboring states that, don't charge sales tax. We have people that drive from all over the country to buy our product. Not many places like us of our size have a showroom, so people like to drive and pick up their product. So they can't do that anymore, because if they do that, they're going to be charged 6% sales tax. It's not quite an ounce of gold, it's a little shy. They made these out of 90% gold.
During our interview, Stelfox was excited to show us several examples of the bullion products that the Gold Eagle Coins family business, which has been in Maryland since the mid-1970s, sells to customers that he says are in nearly all income tax brackets. After a tour of his showroom, Stelfox says the business has weathered many booms and busts of the gold and silver markets. So he and his company know how to fight, but they were unsuccessful at stopping the Maryland bullion tax.
So we actually, we got about half the employees here, along with, I gathered up as many other coin shops around as I could, and we went to the Capitol, and we tried to talk to as many people as we could.
What was their reaction?
Actually, they were so overwhelmed with everything else, they didn't really care about us. We didn't get any traction with anybody.
We reached out to Maryland State Senator Pam Beidle, as well as Maryland delegates Mark Chang, Mike Rogers, and Sandy Bartlett, elected officials who represent the district that Gold Eagle Coins is headquartered. We asked why Stelfox and his business haven't received a response, and if lawmakers were concerned about the impacts being felt in the shadows of the state's $1.6 billion tax and fee hike. A legislative aide for Senator Beidle wrote back to Spotlight on Maryland saying, unfortunately, this appears to be an issue for the Budget and Tax Committee, adding, I suggest reaching out. Have a great day. We got a more direct answer from Delegate Bartlett saying, in part, I'm looking into why Golden Eagle did not receive a response. I'll respond to them directly. Adding, Maryland has been disadvantaged budget-wise post-pandemic and by the federal administration cuts. It is my sincere hope that established goodwill and innovation will help businesses remain in Maryland as we overcome state budget challenges. State budget analysts forecasted a multi-billion-dollar deficit before President Donald Trump was elected.
If we just continue to take money from Maryland taxpayers and spend it, that's not prioritizing. That's taking money and spending money from other folks, right?
We asked Delegate Mike Griffith, who represents Harford County and fought against many of the state tax and fee increases, if the Maryland bullion tax should immediately be repealed to save an industry that relies on a 1% to 3% profit margin. He says the sales tax should be promptly removed from the books.
And now we're going to see these local businesses that are supporting our middle class and providing jobs and occupying real estate and paying taxes, all going to other states where they can actually, be profitable and provide that service that has just become unaffordable here in the state.
Back in Laurel, Stelfox recalls the days his family business was launched.
My uncle had a laundromat, so he would go through the change, and he would pick out the silver pieces or any of the better coins, and he would sell them at the local coin shows. So that's really been tough. So we're kind of just looking at all options right now. Haven't really decided what state is better.
We will continue to follow the future of this business and the impacts of state and tax fee hikes on Maryland's economy. I'm Gary Collins with Spotlight on Maryland.
Governor Moore's communication director and senior advisor told Spotlight on Maryland that, quote, Governor Moore worked with the leaders of the General Assembly this session to turn this years-long forecasted $3 billion deficit into a $315 million surplus, adding, Governor Moore and the leaders of the General Assembly passed a budget that reforms Maryland tax code, grows the economy, and invests in Maryland's families. I'm Mary Bubala. Thank you for watching. Here's another video for you to watch. Also take some time to subscribe to our YouTube channel.